Here we go.
She'll make a cream.
Get ready. Get ready for the smoke.
Beans, little, tiny, and mean. Dress her up, drop her bag, but she ain't
Oh, thank you.
LolCowDolls. Pigtails on the seat, she gon' drag you. Rip your doll hairs out.
So this is the new show. This is the latest show. And what's interesting about this is Brantley is going to be managing this show. And she was also as making appearances hosting too. On the first episode, Pups was not on it. And let me just show you pictures because these are all like brand new people. But Pups I've seen on that show, that like goon dating show from the guy who dates or is married to Lav. And I saw her on that, and she's like a good like performer. She's very confident. She's attractive. She's quick-witted. She has all those things that you need to kind of like compete in this bizarro atmosphere. And she can give the smoke. But the smoke was misdirected. The smoke was misdirected. Okay. And also, they have not updated their little logo. Because now they're just switching around and renaming shows, renaming things, and trying to totally rebrand them out of nowhere. And multiple days into the debut of LolCowDolls, we still have the icon for LolCowDark, which who knows what the fuck that's supposed to be. We have LolCowTest trying to beef with me. I'm on the menu, okay? I was off the menu, I thought. I thought this was a safe space for Ruby because I was so radioactive they couldn't talk about me. But alas, that all changed right around the 15-minute mark. Also, my phone is blowing up with money. Hold up. All right, what is going on? Woo! We got $10 from homegirl Polly. Thank you. And Stevie. Awesome. I have to make a board of love. I didn't even make a board of love. I made a docket, but no board of love. I'm deranged. Anyway, Beans is a real nice host. She's always been sweet. And one of the few LolCow channels where I'm not banned for talking to Lynx, who's the girl that Keem like wanted to glaze, if you know what I mean. I was banned for having her on Celebrity Sunday, even though I was never even officially an employee of Keemstars. So anyway, I think here's the options. Well, let me just play it and then I'll explain. Let me just play it.
And trying to glaze the fuck out of her. Fake as fuck. Don't like you. Do not come at me. So she actually was.
Get ready.
She was going to be in the universe. She was trying out. I think she wanted to be on Queens or something of the like. And it just didn't work out. It didn't work out. We do wish her the best and things like that. But once she wasn't there for the thing, I don't know. So she tried to do her own thing.
Once
she tried
I wasn't there for what? Get your story straight. Get your story straight. I enjoyed being kind of a side character for a while, and I would call in without having to be like under Keem's thumb, I thought. So it was like an ideal position to go on, get more experience, like performing in front of a larger crowd, networking with people, la-di-da. This is how the internet's supposed to work. It's an equal exchange. If you have people on their show, they get clout. It's a little back and forth, okay? It's a little back and forth, but Keemstar thinks that he's just like, he can just give and retract, like, and everyone's trying to steal his clout and his money. And it's like, anyway, so he's turned Beans against me. Or Beans just horrifically misinterpreted my thumbnail where it was Brantley's quote about Pup calling her articulate. Let me roll the clip once more for the confused people. This is what I was referencing.
Why?
Whenever I first saw her, I thought that she was very articulate.
Chat. One's if you think she was throwing shade. Two's if it was just an innocent faux pas. I'm torn. Watching it again, it really could go either way. What's up? We got Low in the chat. One of the 3 LOL Angels that will be reuniting this July in person for our girls trip. Let me show you our destination. Destination unknown. Ruby, Soho. We're going to South Carolina. I keep forgetting what this, it's like Charleston, Charlottesville, or Charlotte. I don't know, but it's somewhere south. We're going there. We're going to figure it out. You saw me do it before. We did make RuvaCon happen, so we know we can do it on a budget. On a budget. So everything on this channel I get, beyond what covers food and Red Bull, I will be putting towards that trip. But beware, my Red Bull is insane. It's once upon a time, let me get some perspective for you guys. Once upon a time, I was a drug addict, and I spent hundreds of dollars on drugs just to feel okay. So I was making a lot of money being a weirdo OnlyFans like dominatrix or whatever. Or whatever. That's the past. That's the fucking past. And so anyway, let's just say it distorted my relationship with money, my relationship with romance, my relationship with sex, all of it, baby. All of it. It got scrambled. It got scrambled like an egg. Exactly. Callum gets it. Because they always bring up like, oh, how can you judge? You did all this. I'm not judging. I'm warning you as from your future, Grannies. And she thinks this is the worst case scenario. Nah, bitch. It gets so much worse. It gets so much worse. Try to save a hoe. Try to save a hoe. Yes, we've all done things. We've all been dominatrixes or whatever. And exactly, I did recover. But so anyway, I can find myself justifying spending a lot on like Red Bull or coffee because I'm like, what's like, $15 a day versus like hundreds of dollars a day, but it fucking adds up. It adds up and it's just silly. It's getting silly. It's getting into like a silly place, honestly. Anyway.
Her own thing. She tried.
Oh yeah, but I was fine. Just like I pulled back a little because it was a really toxic, controlling environment, but I was also like curious and intrigued and I liked popping on the shows. I was fine with that role. And I didn't want like an actual show or anything. I prefer to do my own thing. I have a pathological demand for autonomy, not just pathological demand avoidance, but I need autonomy or I feel uncomfortable. Okay. I'm a little control freak of myself that I can't control, but I definitely don't want to be under like Keemstar's thumb. That's just not appealing to me knowing how controlling he is. And look what he's done. He's turned one of my safe hosts against me.
I start like LolCowDolls, something like that. And
Whoa! Low.
She actually was streaming like 4 hours ago. I saw her in chat. That's why we needed a mod, right? Because she was saying some slick shit that I did not appreciate. You said that you don't like no fake bitches. Neither do I. That shit pisses me off. If you're gonna say something, say.
I try to keep it so real, bitch. I try to keep it so real, and guess what? Guess what, people? I never had any shade for either of those bitches. So what happened was either she just totally misinterpreted my thumbnail, which was a reference to this. Look, it was a reference to this little 8-second moment.
Why?
Whenever I first saw her, I thought that she was very articulate.
So that's the quote that was in the thumbnail. If she had clicked it and really watched it, she'd see I was excited for both of them and the show. My only feedback against the first show was that it was a technical disaster and Pups wasn't there and I like her. Oh, great. Cuz coming back from the grave and I'm here to fuck shit up. Of course he is. We all know Ben is a super fan, mega fan. He's even showed up at my house and job. He's such a fan.
Say something full chest and give it to me 110%. Do not come at me sideways.
I didn't! I am fine. If you want to, we can smoke, fight, whatever. If that's what you want, bitch, okay? But that's not what I wanted. I was trying to love you. God damn. And get ready, angels. They're about to drag us.
Do not come at me incorrect.
They're gonna
The
come for
thing that
number.
made me a little bit upset Yeah, so she's even in the chat right now, and she's saying that I defected from the cult. We're not a cult, first of all.
Yes,
I know that we played into it a little bit during Fat Camp, but I don't appreciate
chat. Keem literally controls who they're allowed to interact with and has AI software that's now monitoring everyone's Discord activity. And if you even talk to the bitch who he tried to fucking nut all over, if you talk to that bitch who he talks to, if you talk to that bitch, you're toast. You're gone. You're Voldemort. And I have occupied an ambiguous spot because unlike Voldemort 1, aka Grace, the disgrace, unlike her, I don't do this weird IRL stalking shit, okay? So it sucks that I'm associated with that, but I'm not about it. So I think that's why I've had a little more space to be let loose in some chats, probably as an agent of chaos. Because Keem doesn't get me. He just doesn't get me.
you having a live stream where you talk about my co-host
And say she's so fucking hot. Sorry.
and you say that she's like not entertaining.
Never, ever, ever came out of my mouth. See, this is what the fuck. So, do you know what? This just sounds like Keem. It literally just sounds like Keem showed her the thumbnail and said, like, dude, Ruby was saying all the shit to detract from the fact that Brantley's the one who said it. To distract from the fact that Brantley is the one who said it. Who said that she's articulate. And I was just referencing that bizarre moment.
Or you
Well, it's like I never said any of this. It's like, come at me for anything. I put a lot out there. There's lots that you can feast on to come at me with. But this is all mixed up. We are mixed up, honey. And I think the puppet master was behind it. But I'm also paranoid and psychotic, so I don't know for sure. Perhaps she just misinterpreted the thumbnail, but I hope she has all this smoke for fucking Brantley, too. Because that's where the quote's from.
who say that the only thing that's good about her is her looks. I don't appreciate that. I don't like that. Like,
I never said that!
you saying that on live stream. And
Chat, am I crazy? Did I black out? Was it the 2 Bud Lights? What happened? What happened? Well, I saw this savage side of Beans, and honestly, I was titillated. But I was screaming at my phone. She was asking for a moderator to get rid of me over lies, feeding. Now she's twisted another person against me. Look at this ripple effect. What is happening? Yeah, and guess who else was fired by that psychiatrist? Fucking you. And you live in a car where you fuck your daughter. But please, tell me about sanity, Ben. Tell me about sanity. We love that.
then you coming into my chat and trying to glaze the fuck out of her. Fake as fuck. Don't like that shit.
Me right now, you know what I mean?
People don't seem to understand. I am an appreciator and I'm passionate. It's not fake glazing. I'm just glazing because that's what feels right. That's what feels right. Because I love a beautiful, talented bitch. I love a beautiful, talented bitch. The fuck? Lies. And Lo, bro, you don't even know. They come for LolAngels directly. She looks up her channel. Just wait. Woo! Just wait.
She said, what? Girl, please don't act dumb. We can pull the receipts. We can pull the receipts.
Yeah, please do.
Miss Ruby. Can we get her on the show? Well, Miss Ruby, would you like to come in?
I don't think that she's. I'm not sure if she was like banned from the Discord or something like that. I haven't seen her in the Discord late.
I was banned. Yeah, I was banned from the Discord back in February for having links on my show. Instantly, the second I put that link out, banned. And I know from links that Keem thought it would be funny for me to relapse for fucking content. He thought that would be a fun plot line. P.S. If I relapse, I'm not going to be making YouTube videos. Okay? You'll find me on fucking Chatterbait, bitch. The soul will be gone. It'll be depressing. King's gonna bust the biggest fucking nut in his life. Getting me all worked up. And we have a guest today. We have Glink. He will be joining us because he was at this DreamHack event where Darius IRL got beat the fuck up. His face is fucked. And we can watch it again, and we're going to have Glink up here to talk about it in a bit. I just want to go through my little nugget and address the fake news and all of these new narratives that are spreading. Guess who's so happy to foster any fake news about Ruby? It's you, Ryder. I see you in every chat. You loved this. Meanwhile, King, on the other hand, went in there and said to Beans, I think it's a misunderstanding and you should watch your video. And that was awesome. Glink also has recently been interacting with Princess. Small fucking world. Well, they, I believe, had already made contact before, but I'll ask him about his Princess experience, his Darius experience. All of our burning questions will be answered shortly. So I'll probably have him up in shortly. Let me just finish these little clipperoonies.
Lately,
So, wait. So you're banned from the Discord, but you're still watching the stream. So it's giving fan behavior. So,
it's
Do you know what? If you could see in the chat, wait, I don't know if I think they blocked me in that chat. Hold up. I was pleading for my life. I was pleading for my life in the chat. King saw it all. Fuck, why can't it? If I reload it, it'll show
Sugar
that.
still make you creep.
to go
I completed uni.
sacrifices.
Your education, just in general, you are a very big personality, and you can make
There I
it
am.
in exactly. You can make it
Me,
in
I'm
a
fighting for
space
my
like
life.
this. Like, I do think that. And like what I like to think is your looks probably got you to the doormat, right? You're about to knock on the, but your personality and the way
Well, oh, come on, people. I'm being slandered over something that's not real. That's not real. All because Keem thought I was going to come for Brant. And I know he's got eyes on the detractor channels, aka me and Lebrowski. No one else is covering this shit. You're welcome, bitch. You're welcome.
way that you talk and the way that you carry yourself got you through the door. Bitch, you already
I see in the comments here, maybe watch the vid before starting a war.
in the building.
And that's what's going to keep you there. Because the thing is, looks fade. I will be the first to down the hill tell you that looks fade. Like, that's
I'm
why I went to
celibate.
school. That's why, like, my mom
Bitch.
raised me to be very, like, you know, focused on my education.
Yes,
my
I have had
academics.
voluntary
Like,
sex
I'm
before.
very
Oh my God, just like
career-oriented.
you
know
do
a
with
little
your
bit about
fucking
me,
daughter.
but I am in uni.
Yeah.
I graduated high school at 17. I started uni at 17. I skipped a grade. Like, I come from, everyone in my family is like, this really
Bitch! I know you're that bitch. Bitch, I know you're that bitch. That's why I'm so fucking fuming over this, because I only had positive things to say about her. Quite honestly, her and Beans. I only hyped them, and I was intrigued by the show. And if Keem can just let like Brantley do it, I think it'll just be better. Or just let the personalities roam free. Stop trying to make all these fake scripts and drama. It's absolute ass. It is ass.
prioritize the value of education.
And here I say, wow, I love how I'm banned from the Discord, so I can't even clear up this lame misunderstanding. Twisted Puppet, Ruby, you're an admitted crackhead.
knowledge and
Former.
learning, because that's something that can't really be taken away
Yeah.
from you. It's
Mhm.
right, you can get
Yeah.
surgery, you know, you can grow old, like you
been
won't
a rough
be
one for
attracted to
Ruby.
that type of person to somebody, but at the end of the day, it's the core and the insides that count the most, because that's going to show. That's how you get that exterior glow, and that's how I was raised. So I'm very privy to that, and I'm okay when
Sorry,
people do,
Benny.
like, I know, like, everyone is going to have an opinion and a perspective on you, so I
Mhm.
don't really spend much time like harponing on it, like, oh, like, no, guys, like that, like, I'm smart, because I know that if you talk to me, you are going to see the other parts of my personality come out naturally, because it's not forced. So
Exactly.
I'm okay
I
with how
agree.
anyone views me. Like,
I guess
I'm
that's
fine. I don't care, because I also do this for me. So yeah, that's what I have to say regarding that.
That's why for me, well, real quick, the Priceless One, welcome to Cash Cow. The Priceless One, we are very close. That's basically like my big brother in Discord. And then we have Shifty with the $2. Ruby needs a grippy sock vacation. Yo, for real. But okay, going into like the whole
Wow.
education aspect,
Wow.
I wanted to be
Wow. Do you know what that means? A grippy sock vacation? they think I need to get locked up again. Not again. Not again.
On a show with
Why? Because I said you guys are cool. This is what this is all about. I was defending them because Brantley kind of made a snide remark about your co-host. That's who you should be having smoke for, but you know you can't. You know you can't. Whether you really know that or not, on some level, you know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. You know you're in a fucking cult and you're just riding with it. And honestly, I kind of get that vibe. But, like, I get it. I'm not even trying to really be judgmental. My smoke is for the misfucking understanding. Okay? Come at me for what I am. Yes, Grippy Socks, insane, crack user, hater of bitches like that. No, I'm a lover, baby. You got it twisted.
you because I feel like we can relate in many ways, but we also have like very different perspectives. So when it comes to what you just said about education, like my mom is the same way. She's like, you are going to be an educated woman. You're going to carry yourself with grace and you're not going to let anybody tell you shit. She told me you need to get your education because you're not going to let any man string you along, right? You're going to have your own life. You're not going to be some sort of like she gave me that talk where it's like, if you wanted to be a housewife, you can, right? Like nobody's going to judge you for it. But if you have an education and something goes,
why are we going this route? I love education. I'm like in my middle age talking about finishing my degree. That's a beautiful thing. I love that these are young, beautiful, educated women with good personalities who could do well streaming. And what I don't understand and what I don't love is working for Satanist Keemstar and pushing his satanic agenda on YouTube. What picture was I about to pull up? Let's just type this in there for a second. Whatever. I forget where I was going with that, but
wrong, you can always fall back on that.
yeah, no shit. No shit.
Exactly.
See, look, I'm literally in chat fighting for my life. Fighting for my life, and Beans like, get rid of her. What the hell, Beans? And me and Beans have been friendly because she was on LolCow Cafe, and sometimes in the morning I'd watch that and be in the chat because I like covering the LolCow universe, given that I have personal experience in it, and I think it's interesting and bizarre. And I think it's representative of an overall shift in entertainment online in a way that I don't like. So I'm going to speak on it. And unlike you, I'm a free bitch. Because I'm young, skinny, and rich. Anyway, let me grab Glee. See if he's ready to come up. All right. Because that's my main little spiel on the LolCowDolls.